The Vietnam War is one that changed the way Americans think about taking military action on behalf of another country, about how veterans are received after a controversial conflict, and about whether young people should be forced to fight under any circumstances. The 60s education crowd made popular the notion of school instead of scuds, with very few exceptions.
You don't have to have an M16 put in your hand to be able to understand the effects of a war.
Howard Levine is a man with many hats. An educated intellectual, he graduated from Bowdoin in 1963. A successful law professional, Boston University, class of '67, and a veteran of war, captain in Vietnam, 1967 through '68. Did you plan to go there?
Not at all.
As an undergrad, Levine signed up for ROTC to help pay his college tuition and because he believed the draft would land him in a uniform anyway.
Oh, definitely, definitely. But I want to point out that when I was in college, there were plenty of other young men who needed money to get through school, who chose not to go into ROTC and earn money that way. They chose other options, just like a person today, if he needs money to go to college, it does not necessarily have to join the armed forces. And I will add, contrary to a general public feeling that college kids today are not involved in this, I have twin boys who are freshmen in college, and they have each called home to tell me of classmates who have left school because they are in the reserves and are currently in Saudi Arabia. So perhaps the percentage of college kids is not as big, but there are kids being affected, and the students, as far as I can tell, are quite involved and quite affected by what's going on.
But are those kids that your sons are telling you about kids who enlisted in the reserves because, again, they needed the money?
I would assume so. I would assume so.
So you've got definitely a class barrier here. You've got college kids who need the money and college kids who don't. And the ones who need the money are the ones who are being sent off.
No, again, I think it's choice. I think there are college kids who need the money, who get jobs outside and earn their money that way. It's a choice. Some chose the military to earn their money, others do not.
Once the camouflage is donned, the warriors inside the suits are equal, Levine says, and other than divisions of responsibility created by military ranks, he felt in Vietnam no class distinction among his peers. The possibility of a new era draft has taken Levine's war views to another level. His twin sons would be eligible, and he says they would fight, but he doesn't think they should have to.
I don't necessarily feel it's wrong what we're doing, but I don't know that the interests of the United States are threatened. I feel that if there were a justifiable national purpose and we had to expand our military force, that conscription would be appropriate. I don't feel we've even come close to that kind of a concept yet.
For the 10 o'clock news, I'm Rebecca Rollins.